Is it just me, or was the 360 versus the PS3 the last good console war? It just feels like this was the last time there were substantial differences between both consoles. In the beginning, the 360 was dominating, and for good reason. 360 launched a full year before the PS3, which not only gave gamers ample time to play and get their hands on one, but it gave the console time to get some huge releases and get a good library going. And the PS3's launch was just abysmal. $600 for a console that already had less games than its competitor, a weak lightweight controller with no rumble, and a poor man's version of triggers. Not every launch title for the 360 was super memorable. PS3's was pathetic. Didn't help that right before its release, the 360 got two fantastic exclusives, one being its next big franchise. And while PlayStation Network was free at the time, it wasn't as fleshed out and as user-friendly as Xbox Live. Now, the 360 did have one big issue, being the Red Ring of Death, but Microsoft's good customer service helped prevent most fans from rioting. So for the first 3 years of the 360's launch, it was easily winning this console war. But that changed around 2009. Not only did Sony release a cheaper, slimmer version of the PS3, Sony started focusing on exclusives and released a ton of phenomenal games for this system. While the 360 still had some amazing exclusives of its own, even the most hardcore Xbox fanboy pretty much only talked about Halo and Gears of War. And it really didn't help that around this time, Microsoft released the Kinect. Sony had their own little knockoff Wii as well, but it was much more of an afterthought for them. Microsoft shifted so much focus to the Kinect that in a 3-year time span, while Sony was dominating with exclusive after exclusive, Microsoft released more Kinect games than actual regular 360 games. And while Xbox Live Arcade did give you access to some classic games, the PlayStation Store gave you access to a huge assortment of legendary PS1 games and even later some PS2 games. Now, when it came to multiplats, especially in some extreme cases, the 360 was definitely the better system to play on. For most games, unless you were looking at a side-by-side comparison, you were still getting the same game. So while the 360 was on top in the beginning, in the end it seemed like the PS3 won. And that was way more interesting to me than which of these black boxes that are almost equal in power and features do you think is better. But what do you think? Do you agree or disagree? Let me know in the comments below.